Hello everyone, welcome back to the lab. As this video is being recording right now, Fire King Structure Deck has been released to the TCG, and as many people may know, especially the one focusing from OCG, Fire King as a deck is actually a good meta contender, um, like that's currently being released. The current version in OCG, the one post Photo Nightmare with Snake Eyes, Syncful Spell, Fire King, is actually the best deck in OCG right now. Therefore, a lot of videos you see if you browse YouTube are all discussions for a post Photo Nightmare Fire King deck, and it's kind of you don't find as many information for a pre-Photon Nightmare Fire King. Therefore, that's why I'm making a video today. I think it's probably better for everyone to just start learning the deck, know some basics, and I also do have some my ideas with a pre Phantom Nightmare version of it. So without further ado, I guess let's hopping into some specific lists. So for anyone not familiar with Fire King as a whole strategy, Fire King is a deck as Konami being heavily pushing fire archetypes in the past couple months and throughout the whole year. This is one of the new deck featuring destroying your own monsters and triggers a lot of benefits. So you kind of keep like having this phoenix thing, keep dying and reviving, keep reincarnating, that kind of feeling of a deck, which it has some old Fire King throughout the years, through like during 2014, 15, but none of them, barely any of them is being played right now. We kind of play nearly all the new ones at this point. The Big Bird is how I call it. It triggers when a original fire monster is being destroyed. You can spell summon this from field, from graveyard or from hand, and on summon it can destroy a fire beast warrior, winged beast monster from hand deck or field. So it triggered the other monsters, um, like by your choice. And because it can trigger from the graveyard, this thing is actually very hard to completely remove. It can constantly being summoned multiple times. It was another supporter of curing. There's also a new Fire King monster. It's a quickifying hand during Mink phase. You can target one other, or you can destroy one other fire monster from hand or field to special, and then if itself being destroyed, can special summon a Fire King from graveyard and pop a card on field. So pre Phantom Nightmare, it's more a beatdown kind of feeling deck. It doesn't combo as much as like Unchained or Rescues. It's more like kind of sister because it has negate like this elephant guy, the Avatar Arvada, because this is a monster negate. When a monster effect is activated while this is on the field, you negate the activation, then you destroy one other fire monster. And if itself being destroyed, it revive a fire tri type monster from the graveyard, and it's just destroyed at the end phase. It's more like a beatdown feeling, with a starter of the Little Bird. The Little Bird says if a monster is already fire be destroyed, can spell summon from hand. If on summon, search a Fire King spell trap, which get to a starter, which get to like the best kind of searcher of the deck, the field. You pop any monster your hand or field to search a Fire King monster, and usually you pop a fire, so it triggers whatever you search, like the big bird and the small bird. So that's kind of how the whole deck really functions at the current moment, pre Phantom Nightmare. You play a beatdown, you have things that kind of hard to die, and whenever something dies, more things come back, so it kind of overwhelm your opponent. Just roll the snowball and then to win. And a very popular version because the bird is a level 1 fire, so the Syncful Spell packages is being played since this is like one of the most broken package at the current moment with the release of Age of Overload that access to level 1 fire monster easily throughout the deck. However, there's another package that I don't see a lot of people talk about it, and I don't see it even being like mentioned in top list in OCG, which is the Nadir Servant package. So Nadir, I guess we'll just show it instead of really talk about it. Through this. Nadir is a package. It access to your engine similar way as the Diabell Star. So Nadir send Garura to search Maximus. Garura, because it got sent to graveyard, it triggers. It will allow you to draw a card. And Maximus banished the Garura to special. Since they're both 15/15. Maximus activate to send Shurag and Fossil Warrior. Well, I guess we'll send whatever from the opponent. Shurag will trigger because Shurag has a fact when it's sent to graveyard, it can search a tri-beast type monster based on how many tri-beast type you've banished. Garura is the only one banished, so it will search a level 1 tri-beast type, which including the best starter of the deck, the Baby Bird. Then, because this combo doesn't even require normal summon, Baby Bird, get Sanctuary to activate the field spell from the deck, and then field pop the Baby Bird to grab the Big Bird. The Big Bird can trigger, well, it should be attack. And then Big Bird pop like a follow up Baron. And then the Fossil Warrior can just be in the graveyard whenever needed. It can even pop like your own monster to trigger the Fire King because they are being destroyed. And during the opponent's turn, the Baby Bird will come back because it was destroyed. And Baron will be able to grab you a Curing for interruptions. So this is a beatdown deck. This doesn't full combo, quote unquote, but it gets you very far by just activating a single Nadir because you get a draw on, you get to access to you get to access to your starter, your whole combo, and then you still have big bodies on the field at the end of it. And this doesn't conflict with sinful spells because like if sinful spells can get to the baby bird, you can still do the Nadir combo, and instead of search a Fire King, you search a DD Crow, which is another target to search of Shurag. So these two engines actually kind of works well with each other. It doesn't. It's not redundant when they're paired up, and that actually allows the deck to be a very budget friendly version. That's also the one I want to show because, as people may know, Diabell Star, the Wanted package, is fairly costly from Age of Overlord. I think this package alone will take away what $200 from you, and I think Fire King as a whole deck is actually have the option to be very budget friendly without those cards for the current moment. Because Nadir can go as far as Wanted does. So instead of the Wanted Diabell Star package, it can easily be played replaced by like 3 copies of Prosperity. Since without Wanted, without the Diabell Star package, without that one draw from Wanted, the only draw power left in the whole deck is Nadir Servant sending Garura for that one draw. But if this is already full combo without the draw, it can be easily just like give up for a pot. Like you can just go pot into Nadir and still full combo without this draw, and be getting pretty far. And part of the prosperity, as long as the balance doesn't hit the card yet, it's a broken card. It's a broken card that if a deck that can play it, it should be playing it, and it works well with it. So, and the better thing is first of all, every single Fire King card are in the structure deck, and Nadir Servant was reprinted in the Rarity Collection not too long ago. Maximus wasn't, but Maximus has a Megaton copy, so it's relatively cheap, probably like a few dollars at most. And nearly every other hand trap or reprinted in the Rarity collection. And I think Joel and Lockbird was for the very few that wasn't reprinted in the Rarity collection, were actually included in the Fire King structure deck. Not 100% sure, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but even if not, I think there was a relatively recent rare printing of Droll like in the past year. So the entire deck, at least the Mink deck, is very budget friendly. And looking into the extra deck, I guess SP Little Knight is the exception. Everything else isn't cost money at all. Zeus were in the Battle of Legend. Then the fusions were, I think, both of the Entus and Skull Knight were in rarity, and Axis were also in Battle of Legend, I think. Saline was in rarity, and none of the other like Typhoon might be the only one costing a little bit, but it's not like that expensive to say for a lot of people to afford. So throughout the entire deck minus the SP Little Knight, it probably costs you what, no more than $100, which is very cheap considering how good this deck in the meta. It's probably gonna be like a solid tier 1.5 with just like build like this. And SP Little Knight is like compared to its fire counterpart deck Rescue Ace, Fire King doesn't rely on SP as much as Race. However, SP is just such a broken card that like if you can afford it, you should play it. That kind of thing. That's like not including SP, it's okay, but if you are able to, it should be also in the extra deck. Which even if this is like the only expensive thing in the entire deck, the whole deck including SP will cost you like about 200. Still come like a lot cheaper compared to a lot of other decks in the meta. And that's why I want to make the video. This I think people shouldn't be heavily focusing on only post Phantom Nightmare Fire King, because the Fire King part are still the same even without the new cards. So it's probably good to just start learning the whole deck, learning the interaction within the deck and or with against the opponent. And I think there's a very budget friendly for whoever is like thinking about picking it up or build a or still even starting up. And with next set, there are the new supports of Snake Eyes that the build of Sinkful Spill, Snake Eye, Fire King probably be a very top meta contender. Arguably could be even the best deck in TCG. But at this current moment, I'm still learning it. I'm still learning everything for next seven Phantom Nightmare. And I haven't even like get perfect with it. So I guess we'll save that for a future video. Later, who knows when. So if you like the video, if you like the budget build or even the actual build, feel free to give it a try for now. Let me know in the comment section how your experience, how you like or dislike it with the list, and then let me know. Share it to your friends, whoever might be considering buying the Fire King structure deck and build it for fun, and subscribe to the channel. Then that being said, I'll see everyone in the next video. Goodbye.